welcome to my channel. In the last video, we discussed about the functional dependencies. So in this video, I have taken one example of functional dependencies. Okay, what we have to do? We have to determine the candidate key of this table. Okay, so what is the meaning of candidate key? Candidate key means if you are given a attribute, okay, if you are given a attribute, with the help of this attribute you are able to determine values of B and C uniquely. Okay, then we call A as the candidate key. Okay, so this is the basic definition of the candidate key. So now let's try to find out the candidate key of this relation. Okay, so now check me for the functional dependency from A to B. Now let's see if this functional dependency is right or this functional dependency is wrong. Okay, so if you are given value of A as 1 and you have to determine the value of B, okay, what would be the output? The output would be, what would be the output? The output would be 2 or 3. Okay, so if you look at, we are not able to get the definite answer for value of A. So we are not able to get the definite or the exact answer. Okay, so if you are given the value of A, you are not able to determine the value of B uniquely. Okay, so we cannot say that A is a candidate key. Okay, A cannot be a candidate key because if you are given value of A, you are not able to uniquely get the value of B. Okay, so A cannot be the candidate key. Okay, and you don't need to check from A to C. Okay, you don't need to check for A to C because if any attribute would be the key attribute, it should determine all the other attributes. Okay, what are the attributes we have? B and C. So A should determine both B and C. Okay, we looked at this point that A is not able to determine B. We don't need to check for A to C. A cannot be the candidate key. Okay, now check for B to A. We now look at if B can be the candidate key. Okay, now let me check if B can be the candidate key of this table. Now try to determine A attribute with the help of attribute B. Okay, if you are given value of B 1, what is the value of A you are getting? We are getting the value of A as 2. Okay, if you are given value of B as 2, what is the value of A you are getting? You are getting 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Okay, so you are getting multiple values for one value of attribute B. If you are given value of B as 2, 2 values of A you are getting. So you are not getting the exact or the definite answer. Okay, so B is not able to determine the value of A. You are getting multiple values or you are not Okay, so B cannot be the candidate key. With the help of B, you are not able to determine A. Okay, and we don't need to check if B can determine attribute C or not. Okay, so B cannot be the candidate key. If B is a candidate key, B has to determine both the attributes A as well as C. So B is not even determining A attribute. Then we don't need to check from B to C. Okay, so B cannot be your candidate key. Okay, now let me check for C if you can make C attribute as the candidate key. Now let me check for C attribute if C can be your candidate key. So if you are given value of C, are you able to determine value of A? Okay, are you able to determine single value of A? So 3, if you are given value of C as 3, what is the corresponding value of A? 1. If you are given value of C as 5, what is the value of A? 1. Okay. And if you observe one thing, that C attribute has all the values unique. Okay, all the values of this attribute are different if you look at it. So obviously if all the values are different, you would definitely would be able to determine all the other attributes. Okay, you would be getting only one value of attribute A and B. Okay, so C can be your candidate key. C can be your candidate key. The simple shortcut way to determine any attribute as a candidate key, if all of its values are unique or all of the values of that attribute are different, then you can consider that attribute as the candidate key. Okay, so in this case, C is going to be your candidate key. And if you have to find the super keys of this relation, what would be the super keys? All the candidate keys are super keys. Okay, so C would be your super key. What would be the other super keys possible? We would be having CA. Okay, CA. Next we would be having CB. Okay, we are adding some kind of additional information to the candidate key. Alone candidate key is enough to uniquely identify each and every tuple of the relation. But what we are doing in the super keys, we are adding some kind of additional information to the candidate key. Okay, and what would be our next candidate key? CAB. So these 4 super keys are possible, okay, in this relation. And what is the candidate key? C is going to be your candidate key in this relation. So let's assume one more case in this relation. If you have tuples like this, okay, we have 1, 2, 3 and I am taking one more row as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in that case also you would be considering your C attribute as the candidate key. Okay, if you are given value of C 3, what is the corresponding value of B? You would be getting only one value. The answer would be 2. If you are given value of C is 3, then you have to find the value of B. What would be the value of B? 2. Okay, the value of B is 2. If be the answer? The answer would be 1. Okay. So for each and every value of C, you are getting one definite answer of B and A. So that's why we consider C as the candidate key. Okay. So I hope that you are clear with this example. If you have any query, I have mentioned my email ID in the description box. You can contact me on that email ID. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.